What's up, guys? House Dealer merch from Price to Sell is now officially live. We have sweaters, we have t-shirt, charcoal gray like I'm wearing right now. We've got red House Dealer shirt, nice simple white. We got red, white, and black sweaters. Then we got the House Dealer hats. We have the red, the black, and the white like I'm wearing right now. So to grab your merch, head on over to mbhtv.com, and don't forget we're giving away $5,000 to a lucky winner who buys any of this merch or any of the merch from any of our TV shows on mbhtv.com. We're announcing the winner on July 29th. Good luck.
Influencer spend in the US alone in 2023 was $26.09 billion.
I wasn't embarrassed, but it was almost weird to say, yeah, I do TikTok or I do Instagram. And it's like, even my parents didn't really understand it at the time. They're like, oh, get a job, like go to work. I think when you choose the path of the entrepreneur, you have to be ready to just kind of like handle those bad days, those good days.
And welcome back to another Price to Sell podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Campoli, fitness influencer, fashion connoisseur, and putting my entire closet to shame. We have the one and only Nando Sirianni in the building today.
So I noticed that a lot of men were like, hey, bro, where'd you get your shirt? Where'd you get the shoes? I'm like, wow, there must be like a market for guys that are looking for more fashion inspo. Posted one night on TikTok, how to style a leather jacket. Next day I woke up, it was at like 500,000 views and like overnight. Maybe your content's just not getting out to the right people right now. So like you can't get caught up in the statistics all the time because it'll make you go insane. Growing your personal brand is building a community instead of building virality.
And what's the easiest way to go viral?
That's like $1 million question.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another Price to Sell podcast. I'm your host, Matthew Campoli. And on today's episode, we're bringing the big guns again. We're bringing the big guns again because you might have seen this guy slow-mo walk right into your Insta feeds and TikTok feeds, amassing 1 million followers on TikTok, 585,000 followers on Instagram, and 16,000 on YouTube, which is very impressive still. Surprisingly, he's wearing a shirt today. Fitness influencer, fashion connoisseur, lifestyle vlogger, and putting my entire closet to shame on a daily basis. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
That's a great intro.
We have the one and only Nando Sirianni in the building today. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. This is
problem,
awesome.
man.
I love it.
I feel like you enjoyed that.
I did. Especially the no shirt part.
Yeah.
Sounds right up my alley.
Yeah. So yeah, as the intro states, we're going to dive into Nando's business today because he's absolutely crushed it
Thank you.
as a influencer on social media. And I want to start off with some statistics because I feel like this will help bring some context into where the world of influencing is growing, social media and all that. Yes. So some statistics with the influencer world and how powerful it's really becoming. 75% of people use social media for purchasing advice. Gen Zers trust influencers more than celebrities now. Wow. 60% of marketers plan to increase their influencer marketing spend in 2024. That's a big chunk of companies.
I actually didn't even know those stats. That's crazy.
Influencer spend in the US alone in 2023 was $26.09 billion. What?
Holy.
And micro-influencers make up 47.3% of all influencers. And the reason I put that in there is because there's hope for all of you guys out there, even if you're micro.
Definitely.
Almost 50% of all influencers are made up by micro-influencers.
Yep.
So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, it is. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
Very, very powerful statistics. Even Dean is like, wow, Matt, great stats. I'm kind of a micro.
Nah, you're on another scale now, bro.
I'm microing.
Microing.
But for those that don't know you, let's give them a little rundown.
I'm a Toronto-based creator. I started back in COVID. I was actually a personal trainer between the ages of like 18 to 24. And I was just turning 25 actually. And then at 25, I started to take social media a lot more seriously. So I've been full-time with social media for the past 2 years. But originally when I started on TikTok, I was posting all fitness content. But the thing was, when I was posting my fitness content, I'd be posting like an ab workout, chest workout, leg workout, and people were actually engaging more with my outfits than they were with the actual workout. So I figured
like the gym gear?
The gym gear.
Oh, nice.
Like when I was wearing like my Nike or whatever, anything, any shirt I was wearing. Well, if I was wearing a shirt in the
true.
Usually those are like shirtless videos. But so I noticed that a lot of men were like, hey bro, where'd you get your shirt? Where'd you get the shoes? I'm like, wow, there must be like a market for guys that are looking for more fashion inspo. So from there, I kind of slowed down on the fitness content because I found it was very saturated at the time. There were so many fitness influencers posting, you know, their protein, their workouts, the meal plans, this and that. I'm like, you know what? Let me try a different alley here. So I remember I posted one night on TikTok. This is when like it first started. It was probably like end of 2022. It was like how to style a leather jacket, and I threw it up there. Next day I woke up, it was at like 500,000 views and like overnight.
Was this your first fashion piece?
This is my first fashion video like I ever posted.
And wow,
dude, like
and
blew up.
First video blew up.
First video blew up.
Nice.
From there,
Must be nice.
yeah. But this was a different time though. Like
True.
Even like the algorithm changes.
You did hit it early.
Yeah.
You pioneered.
Yeah, I feel like I just started at the exact perfect time when COVID hit and I was doing nothing at home. And I tried to just take advantage of that. And from there, I was posting like 3-4 times a day, like for a whole year, probably up until, actually I still post a lot, but when I first started, you know, with the fashion stuff, I started getting people to my Instagram page. And this was when Reels wasn't even a thing either. So Reels started in the summer of 2021. So I think I got to like 25K with just feed posts at the time.
Okay.
Followers. And then once Reels hit, I went from 25K to like 100,000 within months probably at the time, because I was just reposting my TikTok videos onto Reels, even old videos. And they were just going crazy on there because everyone, I guess, was looking for fashion inspo at the time.
For sure.
From there, I kept going with personal training for another year. And then when I turned 25, I was like, okay, I need to like actually dial this down and actually take this like a business approach instead of like, yo, I just do videos for fun. Because at the time I was like kind of like almost, I wasn't embarrassed, but it was almost weird like to say, yeah, I do TikTok or I do Instagram. And it's like, even my parents didn't really like understand it at the time. They're like, oh, like, what are you doing? Like, I don't get. My dad heard shoes flying around in my room, fucking throwing, you know, those shoe videos I used to do. So like, he's like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get a job, like go to work. Like, so
that's funny.
I kind of just had to have like that self-belief. I saw myself kind of like growing, and I guess I just had like the vision of it at the time because I knew the market was so low for men with like, you know, more inspiration on outfits and lifestyle. So yeah, so back to 2022, and I'm 2 years full-time now with being a full-time, I would call it a content creator, public figure, influencer, I would say.
Nice.
Yeah.
So funny about the shoe thing. Did you pioneer the shoe thing? I saw it first with you.
The shoe throwing one.
Yeah, we're like
I you know what? We all piggyback off of each other.
Okay.
Like a lot of content creators, we all kind of, I wouldn't say copy, we get inspired.
Yeah.
But I do want to pioneer the walking. Like I think I'm gonna pioneer that one. At least in North America.
Yeah.
Like Europe, I know they were doing a lot of walking videos in Europe and stuff, but there was a lot of bigger creators doing them at the time. But like when I started doing my walking videos, bro, it was so funny because like even my photographer Franco, like we didn't have a gimbal. He was literally just hand holding the camera, so it was like shaky and like it was just hilarious. Like looking back to like how much progression we had with those videos. But those were like, I call it my bread and butter content. Like those are like my videos that I know are gonna always hit because people at the end of the day, they see the outfit in actual life outside and they see you, how it looks in a coffee store, a restaurant, or on the road, or here or there. So it's like they actually get the visual of what the fit looks like. So I think that's why those videos do so well. But yeah, I think
that's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the walking video for context is just him walking with a sick outfit.
Sick outfit, yeah,
slow mo, and with a crazy song.
Very cinematic.
Very cinematic.
High, very professional camera, lens. Almost want to give like that movie kind of vibe, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what were your struggles early on? Because if you look at your account, obviously 500, almost 600,000 followers, and all your videos. Like, what's your highest view count?
My highest view count on Instagram was probably, I'm gonna say 15 million or 14 million. But again, like this is going back to like when the algorithm was very different. Like now it's much more competitive. And I actually do want to talk about this because I feel like a lot of people lately have been looking at views and engagement a lot. And you can go down a very bad road with that because I've been down that road where like you think your content sucks, your outfit sucks.
Mental thing, right?
Oh, bro, it's all mental.
Yeah.
So like, you know, oh, I'm losing followers, I'm gaining followers, I'm not getting enough views. You know, my content's not good. It's like, well, maybe your content is just not getting out to the right people right now, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's not good. So like you can't get caught up in the stats and the statistics all the time because it'll make you go insane.
For sure.
Right. So I feel like we constantly care about how many views we're getting, how many likes, how many comments. I don't think that's the main thing about growing your personal brand. Growing your personal brand is building a community instead of building virality. Like instead of just thinking about going viral with every video, because the thing is when you go viral with a video, you now have to commit to doing that video so many times. And if you don't actually truly feel authentic to the video that went viral, you can no longer provide that value with that content because you're like, oh shit, like I don't really like that video I did. Like, why did it go viral? And like, you know, it's like, oh, then you get caught up in just trying to go viral every video instead of actually sticking to your base plan that you have in your head and your vision and actually just sticking with the content that you want to post. Because eventually it will hit the right audience. It will hit the right guys that want to see those outfits.
For sure.
Right?
Okay, so let's dive into that. For someone looking to become an influencer or take their social media to new heights, it seems like there's definitely some structure that has to be applied
100%,
to it.
100%.
Definitely some game planning, a vision, right? Not just like throw shit at the wall, see what sticks.
Yep.
So what are some tips to, let's say we're starting from scratch.
Yep.
How someone is ironing out like the vision, where to take it, and then how to have that content follow the same path.
Well, here's the thing. So you have to kind of know what kind of value you want to bring to an audience, right? So for myself, the value that I bring is motivation. I like showing luxury lifestyle pieces, fashion advice, fashion tips, fashion outfits, grooming advice, men's beauty, fitness. So you have to kind of break down some of the main things that you really like in your life. So currently, at the time, I loved fashion, I loved fitness, I loved grooming myself. So at the time, I just was making content on things I liked. So now you can go down another road where you are trying to help other men get to where you got to, right? So like, for example, something as stupid as like going for a hair and beard appointment every week, you know, teaching men that that's important to them. So like using things within your content as to teaching people on how you did it. And just being consistent. Like you can't be on there for a month and then stop posting. It's either you're committing or you get off of there. There's no like, oh, I'm going to do it for a month and, you know, see what happens. Like nowadays, because there's so many content creators out there, you have to be so consistent and just post like every day. Like the more, the better. And then you start to figure out as you keep posting, you start to learn about what you like to post. And then you learn about what your audience likes, what you post. So it's kind of a constant mental battle between, trying to just please your audience as much as you can. That's like my daily struggle is like, okay, so like, what am I going to bring to the table today? You know, it's like, what did I post yesterday? What did I post this week? What did I post this month? So it's constantly trying to build a game plan around your audience.
So is there a level of research that you're doing?
Yep.
Is there like note taking per se? Like what's going on? Maybe like the back end where it's like maybe you're measuring analytics because you know you're treating it like the business in order. It's like, hey, I'm here. It's just like any business. How am I going to keep growing? Right. So like, are you doing anything like that? It seems like you're always on trend to me, at least.
Yeah. Well, so I do a lot of research more. So here's actually, wait, I'm going to say something. The thing that I actually stopped doing was watching other creators so much in my space. It just
I think that's so big.
It messed with my head so much, man. Like, okay, like this guy's going viral with this and that guy's going viral with this. And it's like, okay, but why? It's like my brain was like it was spiraling out. Like this was like the past like 6-7 months I was struggling like mentally with like what content to post. And I stopped scrolling through the Reels page. I stopped scrolling through the feed. I have a lot of buddies that do the same thing as me and I support all their content, but I try not to like dive into it and really, because they all have their own niche.
Exactly.
Everyone has their own niche. So you can't get caught up in just because they're going viral with their own niche and you're not at the time, because everyone has their own time, right? Like just because someone else is growing at the time, or then maybe you're not, everyone kind of always has their own time in developing their brand. So for me, I stick more towards studying like, you know, grooming products that are coming out for men, the latest fashion pieces. Like I was saying about the baggy pants, crop t-shirts, latest stuff like that I try and do, and then make my content for myself around that. I used to go crazy, bro, like trying to look at this guy, look at that guy, what they're posting. And so I try not to do that as much. I try and take it more as like inspiration instead of like note taking, I would assume. But but yeah, I've been through like many Google Docs before on like, tip video advice and just making notes about what I want to post. But that's what's been working for me. Maybe that's because I'm doing that where I am at the moment. But maybe if I was just starting out, I probably would be watching other creators at the time. Like if I was just starting out, would watch other creators and like kind of take notes from them and kind of jot down what I like about their content. But other than that, that's and consistency.
For sure.
Yeah.
And what's the easiest way to go viral, would you say?
That's like $1 million question.
It is. That's why we're here. Asking.
I don't know how to go viral. See, like for me now, it's like I'm not really like looking to go viral anymore. I'm kind of just looking to more build my community and like see what men want advice for. The guys already following me. And if they go viral, those videos, that's like a bonus for me. That's like a cherry on top for me right now. So, but if you're looking to go viral, you can look at like trending audios, you can look at trending videos, you can look at trending hashtags, you can look at trending captions. You can piggyback off of other creators, what they're doing that's going viral. I could be like the wrong person to ask that because I couldn't even give a shit about that anymore, to be honest, like about views and stuff like that. I think maybe it's because I'm looking at it more from like a business now that if a brand likes me and they'll still want to work with me, even though like maybe my views are low that month or the past 2 months, it's like, well, do they like my content? Do they see me working with the brand? Do I fit their aesthetic of their company? And I think that's kind of where my mind's going now and how to infuse those brands into my current content and then give value to my audience while I'm infusing those products into my actual content.
I think it's big what you said, because I think this specific example is like you don't really care about views anymore. More so, how can you provide value to the audience that already exists, like your core people. I think that's important, like in general, because I think a lot of people, example, like will start maybe chasing money. It's like what's gonna make the most money?
Exactly.
But then it's not really like serving them.
Exact same thing. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Have you noticed that? Let's just say even if. I mean, your engagement's really good regardless, but maybe you, because you are the guy behind it all, have noticed maybe drop-offs here and there.
100%.
So let's just say maybe you have some drop-offs in views or comments and stuff like that. But are you noticing maybe more like real DMs, genuine
100%,
DMs,
100%.
genuine reach-outs, like that community aspect?
100%. I get tons of followers like DMing me like, oh, bro, like you're the biggest motivation for me. I love your outfits. Like, dude, that stuff like hits me like hard. Like when I get like one DM like that, it's like, wow, like, like I have 600,000 people that follow me on there, but like, dude, that guy took the time out of his day, sent me a paragraph about how like I changed his life with his, mentally, physically, fashion inspo, grooming. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like I always said, like if you actually look at it and have the perspective of looking at 1,000 people in front of you, if I was standing here and I had 1,000 people standing in front of me, that's how many people just watched my video. Like if you actually look at 1,000 people,
I think about that too. Yeah,
it's insane. So like when you get 10,000 people in front of you, you're standing here, you're on a stage, you have 10,000 people in front of you that just watched me slow-mo walk across fucking Toronto. It's like, that's a lot, but we don't look at it like that because we just look at it as a metric on our phone. And then when you get 1 million people that view it, it's like even more crazy.
Yeah.
Right. So it's when you start to look at it in the perspective of that, I feel like that kind of calms down your mind a little bit on the views and the reach and the engagement.
Yeah.
So at least for me, it helps like a lot to think about it like that.
Yeah, for sure. I resonate with that too. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah.
So I want to drop another stat. Okay. Goldman Sachs recently said that they estimate that the creator economy, which is what we're in, is currently worth $250 billion.
Wow.
And will nearly double to $480 billion by 2027. What are your thoughts on this?
That's insane. You know what's funny is that I'm going to be 27 in July, and people are like, well, like, where do you see yourself like in 10 years at like 37? And like, it's kind of an open-ended question because I don't think we really all know where this is going to go, but it's kind of like exciting at the same time, but kind of scary.
Yeah.
Like I currently, this is my passion, this is my craft, this is my work. So like this could be a huge industry in 10 years or maybe it just stays the same. But with those stats, it sounds like they're expecting creators to be the main source of how these products are going to be sold in the near future. So it's like I have other influencer guys that follow me that are like 35, 36, and they're still doing the exact same thing. They're still doing the walking videos. They're still doing the grooming videos. They're doing all the same things I'm doing, but they're 10 years older than me. So it's nice to see that at my age that, oh, okay, when I'm in my 30s, I can see myself still doing this.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's maybe I'm doing different content for a different demographic, you know, different ages of men. But yeah, I think that's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
It's good perspective.
Yeah.
Like, just to push people. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Into the space.
get onto socials, whatever you're
Yeah.
in, really, and like what he did, he just something he loved and he just made videos
Yeah.
around it.
Just
And
made
then
it.
now he's making money.
I somehow made a business around
made a business
it.
out of it.
Yeah.
So, can you talk about the different ways you can monetize
Yeah.
your influence?
Yeah, for sure. So we all know about affiliate marketing,
Yeah.
obviously. So like if I have a brand I'm working with, I get a certain percentage of how many sales I bring in. So let's say the product's $100, I get 10% of that product if I sell it when someone uses my code Nando, let's say. Another way to make money as an influencer is through sponsored posts. So for example, you're working with, I work with Thursday Boots, based out in New York. I do a certain amount of posts for them per month and they pay me on a monthly basis a certain amount. Then you have companies that do big campaigns throughout the year. Like, you know, you have the L'Oreals, you have the Gillettes that maybe, you know, put a ton of money into 2 to 3 campaigns a year. And then hopefully they like your content, you get included in those campaigns.
Yeah.
Maybe they're not as reoccurring, those ones, but they come in like different areas of the year, different times of the year, sorry. Another way is probably through YouTube monetization. I'm currently trying to build my YouTube up so that I can get some sort of compensation there as well. But yeah, basically through brand partner deals. That's pretty much how influencers can make money. Or if they have their own product, they want to start their own brand. For me, example, if I want to start my own clothing brand or a grooming product, I would sell it to my audience somehow one day.
Which is
Yeah.
which it
Right.
probably push you to do that.
Yeah.
But what role have collaborations and partnerships played in your growth online? And then how do you decide what brands to work with?
Yeah, so I'll use Thursday Boots as an example because are you asking me how? Sorry, say that again. Like you're asking me how working with some brands benefits you sometimes.
Yeah, like how do
Okay.
they like add on to your growth?
Okay,
right?
okay, yeah.
Like
So
the
yeah,
collaborations and then
yeah.
and then how do you pick which brand to work
Okay.
with, right?
So I'll use So Thursday Boots are a very good example. I got invited 2 years ago to do an event for them back down in New York, and I met all the influencers that were working with them at the time. So from there, you go to this event, you don't know anybody, you're sitting in this restaurant on the first night, all these influencers walk in, and you meet all of them. They all have 500K, 300K, a million, 2 million, 700,000. So it's like you get to now partner with all of them and collaborate. So sometimes these brands bring other creators together that they're currently working with, and you guys become like a little family. So like Thursday Boots family helped me, you know, get connections with other influencers in the same industry that I am in, fashion, grooming, fitness, lifestyle. So it's really cool that a brand can also bring influencers together, but then vice versa, influencers can bring a brand together as well. But yeah, now you're saying about how I pick which companies to work with.
Yeah, 'cause I'm sure you get a lot of reach outs, right? Like
Yeah.
even me, I'm at 23,000, nothing
Yeah.
crazy, but I got a lot of companies that reach out
Yeah.
to work with me, and I just don't align with a lot of them, right?
Definitely.
So I can imagine at your scale what you're probably the
Yeah.
inbound you're getting.
No,
right?
definitely. So I've had a little bit of a change in how I even started to portray myself on social media. I feel like when I was starting out, I was posting a lot of like more Zara hauls, H&M, ASOS, maybe more like affordable companies I was posting at the time. And I still do. Like I still like to post like the cool Fendi products and my stuff. But now I think I want to get to another level where I'm working with more of like a luxury brand as well, and like be like more of like a brand ambassador for a more like higher end designer brand. And still like incorporate those other products into my content. But I think like my goal would be to be like a brand ambassador for like a luxury brand or a luxury grooming company. Yeah, that's where I'm kind of my mind's headed to now.
Nice.
Is more the luxury space of products, which is kind of exciting, but it's also like maybe people won't like that because maybe some people can't afford it or they want to buy more affordable clothes, which is totally cool. I'm going to definitely keep doing a bit of both, but I think I want to add that into my kind of resume now because I've been posting so much of that stuff for so long that I want to show these other brands, like let's say, you know, designer brands like Armani, Loewe, that I can post those products as well, and people will engage with the product as well, even though it's so expensive, right? So I think I will have a good influence on that for sure, like going forward the next couple of years, that I can bring some more eyes to those companies. But yeah, I'm still going to incorporate like all the other, like Fashion Nova and stuff like that, like more of the more affordable stuff. But I want to get into that other space for sure. Yeah.
And what was like one of the coolest brands that you worked with?
One of those coolest brands. I did some stuff with Porsche.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah,
that was very
like
cool.
Last summer.
They give you a car?
Yeah. I drove like a 911 for like 2 weeks.
That's amazing. So you got to take it home?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I had like the car for like 2 weeks. It was so cool.
That's super cool.
Yeah. I did some stuff with Gillette once. Who else did I do some stuff with? Oh my God. I have some cooler ones coming up that I can't say right now, but they're very, very exciting. So I don't want to like say it and put, but I do have some ones that are coming up that are going to be pretty cool. I'm hoping.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I've seen you with some really cool stuff. Even at the we were just at F1, right?
Yeah. So I was with L'Oreal at F1.
That's awesome,
the Cologne Azzaro.
Yeah. And even if you're not getting, let's just say an actual compensation, like here's $1,000, post this. A lot of free exchange too. Like I'm sure was F1, like, was that a free thing?
Yeah. Got
That's
invited.
insane.
Yeah, they flew me out. Hotel, food. Yeah, so I mean, it's also great networking, right? Like there was great networking. Like, dude, it was crazy. Like on the flight back I'll just add this in because I just want to like show people how crazy networking is. Like on my flight back, I met 2 other women that work in the grooming space as well that were looking for influencers. Like they were sitting right in front of me, and I overheard them talking, and I kind of just like jumped in and said, "Hey, like I'm Nando, blah blah blah. Nice to meet you. I overheard you guys were at the F1 weekend." So like it was just weird that like I got put in that spot at that time.
Yeah.
But like if I didn't go to F1, I would have never like. So you have to kind of like force yourself, get outside your comfort zone, and go to these things sometimes to like network and meet people. Even though you're right, you're not getting compensated, but you're making great connections at these things. Like you're actually meeting people in the exact same space as you, which is even more valuable sometimes than getting paid for that.
Most definitely.
Right?
Most definitely.
I really value the whole networking thing a lot.
Yeah.
And of course you want to get compensated because, it's your job and your work, but you're going to have to put that aside, put your ego away, and just attend, show face and meet people and be present. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are you into like the mindset stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
You think like, them being in the plane in front of you, like you believe in that kind of stuff?
100%.
Like the manifesting and like law of attraction?
100%. I've been telling my dad the past year that I'm manifesting, like I see myself with a designer company, like a brand ambassador, designer company and a designer grooming company, like being like the face of like both of those like industries in Canada as like for men,
Yeah.
So I don't know, it happened very like L'Oreal invited me. It was like kind of like a sign that like they saw me, and then this happened. It's like really
all nudges.
I'm getting like goosebumps even like
These
talking
are all
about
nudges.
it. Yeah, they're nudges. They're like
you're on
knocks
the right
on the
path.
door. Yeah, I'm like just
Like
keep doing what I'm
it's
doing.
Unfolding.
Yeah, like dude, my face is like going numb right now. I was just even talking about like
I tend to have that effect with people. The face numbness.
No, just getting goosebumps. Like because it's like I truly believe that like manifestation.
It's me too, man.
Yeah.
I live it.
Yeah,
I live it on a daily.
100%.
So
yeah.
I've been watching your journey. It's absolutely amazing, man.
Yeah,
I've been loving everything you've been doing.
Thank you.
And I have a couple. I'm gonna go into like a rapid round with you.
Yeah.
Just quick questions.
Yeah.
But just a question. I'm curious question.
I'm scared
here.
about these rapid questions.
No, they're very safe. Very safe. When was the moment that you realized like, damn, this is real life and I made it?
Okay. Honestly, this past week.
Okay.
This past week, like
At
it was very recent, that feeling.
Okay.
Like I kind of see the light a little bit more right now. Like the past 2 years, I feel like I've just been my head down so much, and I actually haven't really like looked up and like see what I did the past 2 years because I've been so like just focused on like creating content, editing. But it's like now I'm like I want to like enjoy that and meet people. So I feel like the F1 race was like a huge like wow for me to get invited to like such like a prestige event like that. And it like put me like into like a kind of like a humbling like zone where I was like, wow, like I gotta like appreciate like where I got to and stop thinking so far ahead and like I want to get to this, I want to get to that. It's like I gotta really start to enjoy more being in the moment, being present, being more grateful of like the current state, you know?
Yeah, agreed, man. Very important.
Yeah.
Okay, time for some rapid fire.
Okay.
These are quick answers.
Okay.
All right. A quick day in the life. What does it look like?
Wake up, 1 hour walk in the morning, come back, coffee, breakfast, go upstairs, kind of look at emails, see what I need to do for any brands I'm working with that month. Quick text to the team, my manager, Upside Down Talent, see what's going on, any updates on brands, campaigns. Then around 1 o'clock, I start filming whatever I need to film. I edit it. I'll have a snack, protein shake, train, work out, come home, dinner, and then I just chill at night. And then sometimes I'll like do some online shopping or look for kind of pieces to use for my next shoot or something. But that's pretty much what a day in the life looks like when I'm at home. Pretty much, yeah.
Throw some shoes around.
Yeah, shoes will be thrown around in the room.
I love it. You have such a good setup at home too.
Yeah, it's great.
It's really cool.
It's great.
You've done a good job with that.
I'm grateful for that. It's awesome.
This is an interesting one I came up with.
Okay.
If social media was to get shut down right now,
Yeah, I have a heart attack. You'd see my body you'd see my body flat out on the ground.
isn't that interesting to think about sometimes?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think about that.
Do you?
I think that's why I'm so anxious all the time too. Is that like
Fair.
but it's like a good anxious, but it's also a bad anxious.
Yeah.
It's like whenever I feel like the anxiety or like the stress of it, it's like I know it's like because it's an unknown thing, right? And I'm sure like even your industry too, like real estate, it's like has its ups and downs as well.
All the time.
Right? So I think when you choose the path of the entrepreneur, you have to be ready to just kind of like handle those bad days, those good days, those bad months, bad weeks, good weeks, you know? So I'm learning that as I go. I'm not saying I'm great at handling stress, like definitely learning on how to handle stress more. But yeah, no, are you asking me what I would do?
Yeah.
I would probably get into real estate.
There we go.
Both my parents are real estate.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. So I'd
So
probably
you're not buying a house from me.
so podcast is a waste.
This podcast is all waste.
So fucking
The hell, man?
I got my dad at home.
That's good.
Yeah, I'd probably get into real estate or something. I don't know.
Sick.
Yeah.
Well, I'll hire you.
Yeah, okay, perfect.
What's the biggest opportunity that you turned down?
The biggest opportunity I turned down. Right now, I actually haven't been brought an opportunity. To be honest, I've turned down.
Okay.
I have to be honest. No,
That's good.
nothing.
That's good.
Nothing yet. No.
If you could have dinner with one influential figure, who would that be?
Well, the reason why I got into social media was because of this guy Rowan Rowe.
Ron's a G.
He's OG.
OG.
Or,
I know Rowan.
Or Mariano
I got my
DeVio. Mariano
also
DeVio.
OG. I got my haircut like Rowan.
Yeah.
Back in the
yeah,
day.
so and he DMs me now too sometimes.
Sick.
So it's really cool. He'll comment on my stuff. He supports my stuff. If I ask him a question on DM, he'll like send me a voice note, respond to me. So it's like super cool that he's even like engaging with me because like he was like the reason why I even like got into like the space at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure him and probably Mariano. Those are like I think those are like the two OGs like in the space.
Very cool.
yeah.
They are. I agree with that. There's another guy, something Fox.
Oh yeah, I know. Jamie. No, not Jamie. Adam. No.
I don't know. That's all I remember. It's Fox.
Fox. I know what you're talking about.
He was a fashion guy as
Yeah,
well.
he's got like 5 mil now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's up there.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. He's
Good
at
little
5 mil.
insights
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
Fashion or fitness?
Fashion.
Okay.
Yeah. All day.
And then your biggest failure and how you dealt with it.
Well, I actually just feel like I keep failing every day, to be honest.
Okay.
Like, you don't really, I don't mean that in like a malicious way or like a bad way, but like, I feel like every day I'm learning about my business, about the algorithm, about Instagram, about TikTok. So like, I'm constantly like failing and like trying again, trying new things, trying new ways on how to make content. How I deal with it, I just deal with it by trying to figure out the next plan of what I'm going to do. And that kind of keeps my mind going. If a video doesn't work, okay, why didn't that video work? Let's look at it. Let's try and make it a different way. You know, if it's a video about how to style white pants, did I not film it properly? Did I not say the right thing? Did I use the right caption? So, bro, every day I'm failing. Like,
Okay.
so I'm like, I feel like I'm always just like hitting into a wall every day. But I somehow get back up and I keep going. And I don't think you ever like really figure it out completely. I think you just enjoy the challenges a lot more. Like now I enjoy it a lot more.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to explain, but like I really enjoy the challenge of like trying to get my brand bigger.
Yeah.
You know?
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does. Totally.
It does? Okay.
Totally.
Okay.
And I just ended off for everyone. So those out there that are looking to build a brand in 2024, up their game, what's one piece of advice that you would give them?
This is gonna be deep, but
Do it.
I think personally, like you have to stick to your gut feeling and don't listen to anybody. Like, don't listen to someone telling you don't do it. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna do. It's like it's too competitive, or it's too this or it's too that. It's like, bro, how many real estate agents are there? How many content creators are there? It's like people are gonna follow you because they're gonna like you and what you're posting. So like you can't base your choice, your career choice on what's going on currently with it and how saturated it is. You just have to believe that, hey, you know what? I am passionate about this and I'm gonna show people I'm passionate about it, and people feel that, right? So main advice is don't let anybody tell you not to do it. You just have to stick to your gut and just go with it. That's it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, it's been awesome, man.
Awesome.
Hope you had fun.
How did I do?
Fantastic.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you did great.
I feel like I've been talking for like 40 minutes straight.
That's pretty much what we've been doing. Yeah, that's what a podcast is.
No, but you didn't really say anything.
I'm a host. So unless you want to interview me,
Okay, let's do another one right now.
I've been told I'm a very good host
I
because
feel like I
just
just kept interrupting you.
I sit here and listen. No, you were great. You were great.
Awesome.
We're actually going to go make a slow-mo walking video
Yeah,
now.
we're going to go do that.
I'm going to try.
Yeah.
But
Thanks for having me, bro.
of course,
That was awesome.
for everyone out there, where can they find you?
You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, those 3 platforms.
Nando Sirianni.
Yeah, just my name. That's it.
And 2 N's in Sirianni.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
2 ends.
We'll put the links we'll make it easy for you. We'll put the links in the description.
Awesome.
But
awesome.
my friends, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. If you found value in this, reach out to Nando. Great guy.
100%.
Very helpful all the time. And send this to someone that you also think would find value. And we'll see you on the next one. Take care.